سلام، درود. Hi everyone. خوش آمدید. By the way, خوش آمدید means welcome. Welcome to lesson 5. به درس پنجم خوش آمدید. Welcome to lesson 5. So everyone, today we're going to talk about objects in Farsi. As you know, in many languages we have two types of objects. One type is the definite type and the other type is the indefinite type. So let's start with some sentences from the previous lessons, okay? So for example, we had this sentence. She read a book, okay? She read a book which was او یک کتاب خواند. So here, a book is an indefinite object. So what if we want to make it like she read the book? I mean, we want to make it like definite objects. Look at this sentence. او کتاب را خواند. You see, I added one ra after ketab. This ra in Farsi is called the sign of object. I mean, when you have a definite object in your sentence, you should use ra after that object. It should always be followed by that ra. Let's have more sentences. Like, we also had this sentence. They watched a movie. They watched a movie. Again, an indefinite object. So, which was آنها یک فیلم دیدند. آنها یک فیلم دیدند. Again, we want to make the same change. Instead of they watched a movie, we want to say they watched the movie. So the first sentence was آنها یک فیلم دیدند. A movie, یک فیلم. Now we want to say they watched the movie. آنها فیلم را دیدند. آنها فیلم را دیدند. So obviously we both know what movie we're talking about. It's a definite object. آنها فیلم را دیدند. This ra in Farsi is, as I told you, is called sign of object, but I would rather call it sign of definite objects. Let's take a look at more sentences. Like here I have two more sentences. Number one is I killed him. It's a bad sentence, but it's good to learn the language. So I killed him. Him, again, definite object. And the verb kill in Farsi is کشتن. So the sentence will be من او را کشتم. من او را کشتم. Or for example, this sentence here, sentence number 2, I broke the glass. I broke the glass. Again, definite object. من شیشه را شکستم. The verb to break in Farsi is شکستن and glass in Farsi is شیشه. So I broke the glass will be من شیشه را شکستم. So as you can see, all of these definite objects are followed by this ra. Ra, remember, sign of definite objects in Farsi. There is something very important about these sentences. You know, there are some sentences, there are some verbs that have to be followed by a preposition. Like in English, for example, the verb to get along. You know, you always say to get along with someone. So it always needs this with as the preposition. We also have some verbs like this in Farsi. They always need a preposition. And the point is, these verbs, they don't need ra because they have their own prepositions. So, for example, the verb, let's see, I had one example. The verb touch, the verb to touch something in Farsi is dast zadan. Dast is hand and dast zadan is to hit something with your hands. So it means to touch something. So like I touched the TV, okay? TV here, it seems like the object, and you may think that it needs ra, but actually, because the verb touch needs its own preposition, you don't need to use ra in this sentence. So the sentence will be من به تلویزیون دست زدم. من به تلویزیون دست زدم, like touched to the TV. As I told you, be in Farsi is to. Okay, let's take a look at more verbs of this type. Like here I have the verb to fight with someone, to have an argument with someone. It's دعوا کردن in Farsi. دعوا کردن. But it actually means to have a physical fight and argument with someone. So I want to say I had an argument with my friend. Okay, I had an argument with my friend. So من با دوستم دعوا کردم. من با دوستم دعوا کردم. Again, you see, because the verb دعوا کردن needs its own preposition with ba, you don't need to use ra in this sentence, okay? So I think that's enough. That's enough for this lesson. Just let me give you your homework. I'm going to give you two sentences, okay? I'm going to give you two sentences. One is with an indefinite object, and the other one is with a definite object, okay? Okay, sentence number one is we ate food. It's an easy sentence, okay? We ate food. And sentence number two is we ate the food, okay? Food is indefinite, number one. The food is definite, number two. And let's have more homework, okay? I think having more homework is always fine, okay? Let's have more homework like this one is a good sentence. The verb انجام دادن in Farsi is to do something, okay? So, and the noun exercise in Farsi is tamrin, and it could be all different types of exercise. So you want to say I did an exercise, okay? I did an exercise. An exercise, again, is an indefinite object, okay? Number one was I did an exercise, your homework. And number two, I did the exercise. I did the exercise. Okay, good luck and hope to see you soon. Khuda Hafiz.